What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seek, Find, Play and our very first video game review. Yay! As you probably can tell from the intro, I went ahead and decided to pick Super Castlevania 4. This classic is one of my top 5 video games on the Super Nintendo and one of my top 10 games of all time. I remember when I first heard about this game, I was reading Nintendo Power and boom, there it was, Super Castlevania 4. My 7-year-old self couldn't contain the excitement, and even till this day, this game exceeds all expectations I envisioned for it. So grab those whips because we are about to get nasty up in here. Ah yeah. Let's start out with graphics. Now remember, it would be an unfair advantage to start comparing Super Castlevania to the newer games out there because honestly, Castlevania would destroy them. All jokes aside, this game looks fucking amazing. Just think about this. This game came out early on in the console's life, about a year later, and it's probably one of the best looking Super Nintendo games out there. I mean, look at it. No, really, take the time to look at it. The art, the colors, basically everything graphic-wise put into this game is incredible. Each area looks completely different than the last, then you have all the little details added in. The skull head in the background where the bats fly out of the eye. The gold room where if you pause the game, the ghosts still move. And then you have the skulls that follow you when you pass by. That is some damn spooky shit right there, but damn does it look amazing. And then to top it off, you have the Mode 7 rooms. Excuse me while I go clean myself up. Now let's move into the music of the game. If you are listening closely, you have been hearing the soundtrack from Super Castlevania 4 in the background, and of course, just like everything else in the game, it's amazing. This game soundtrack is one of the few that you can literally listen to while you do anything. Driving to the store, cleaning up the house, or even at the gym while you're trying to get hella ripped. Honestly, I actually have a couple soundtracks on my phone, and I listen to it constantly. It's that damn good. The best part of it all is they decided to go back and bring in some of the classics from the originals, and they sound amazing. Here is a quick preview of how awesome this soundtrack truly is. What did I say? Didn't that just kick ass? So, how hard is this game? Well, fucking hard. Now, when I say hard, I don't mean Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 3 hard, but it still has its moments. Most of the deaths that happened to me during the game was my own damn fault, and not the cheap deaths that happened with the first 3 games. Yes, there are cheap deaths here and there, but honestly nowhere near the frustrating bullshit that Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 3 put me through. I think one of the big reasons this game seems a little bit easier than the originals is the controls. The fact that you can control Simon Belmont when he jumps was a big step in the right direction. Of course, you have the fact that you can whip in all 8 directions, which helps, and the damn Medusa heads aren't as big of a threat as they once were. God, those fucking flying heads pissed me off in the original. This is one of those games that if you actually took the time to practice, you'd be able to finish it without the need of luck. Overall, the difficulty to me is well balanced, and when you finally have that moment of defeating Dracula, you have this sense of accomplishment. Kinda like eating a big ass burrito. Stuffed and satisfied. Be advised, this section will contain spoilers. Finally, you reach the final stage and your encounter with Dracula is that much closer. So after you walk into the collapsing bridge, you end up in this god-awful room with a big-ass saw that is trying to shred you to pieces. To be honest, that saw is the least of your concerns. The issue that you really have to worry about is the floating platform section. This part could honestly take you a while because it's basically trial and error. Basically what you want to do is jump onto the floating platforms and make sure that you jump off at the right time before hitting the top of the spikes, which is an instant death. The problem here is after you die, you have to start all the way back at the saw, so you have to climb all the way back up, which can get very annoying. After dying a million times, you finally reach the top and you encounter one of 4 bosses. Yes, that's right, 4 fucking bosses. The great news is, once you defeat a boss, even if you continue, you won't have to face them again. It will start you right after the boss you defeated. Thank you, Konami, for not being complete dicks about this. The first one you encounter is a bone skeleton with a big ass lance. This boss gave me the most problems because it was pretty difficult to figure out the damn pattern that he had. But once you get the pattern down, it's not terrible but can get pretty damn frustrating. Once you finally defeat him, you will encounter a flying gargoyle looking thing. I don't know what the hell it is. This boss isn't too bad, just avoid him flying into you and avoid his fireballs. After you take half his life, he will go into this rage mode and turn red. He becomes a little more difficult, but honestly isn't too much to be concerned about. Once you crush him, you move on to death. In this fight, your biggest challenge is his projectiles. At times, he will move into the right corner and throw his big ass weapon at you, and you will start gravitating towards him. When this happens, all you have to do is keep moving to the left, jump over his weapon, and keep whipping him. Eventually, he'll be taken down pretty easily, and then you move on. After all that, you finally reach the final steps to Dracula. Climb those stairs and prepare for the final battle. This battle is difficult. Just like the first Castlevania, he will teleport in, attack you, and then teleport out. During this part, he will throw projectiles at you, and I think the biggest concern is the 2 flames that he throws out, because they can be a pain in the ass. Just make sure when you hit them that you move out of the way. Only way to damage him is to hit him on his big ass head. After getting him down to about 3/4 of his life, he will then go into Super Saiyan mode. Again, he will continue to teleport in and out, but instead of having projectiles thrown at you when he attacks, he has lightning come down from the top. And this shit sucks. Stay out of the way. Come on, come on! Son of a bitch, what a crock of shit. You can't get any closer than that. Once you finally take the final blow to his big ass head, he teleports one last time. The window breaks, light shines in, and he fucking burns. Once he finally completely disintegrates, you grab the final orb and watch the castle crumble. Ah, yeah. Well guys, this concludes my review of Super Castlevania 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and comment on our page. We would love to hear your suggestions. And until next time, we'll see you later.